ahead and get started. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining the first of 4 Ask the Experts webinars scheduled for Aphasia Awareness Month. My name is Denise McCall, and I'm going to be your host tonight, along with my partner, Brooke. We have 3 panelists that we'll introduce to you in a few minutes. Throughout June, the NAA will shine a spotlight on those who live the aphasia journey, and we have many people with aphasia presenting through videos and live panel discussions every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're invited every week, and you will use the same code that you used tonight or the same Zoom link to join us this evening. All of our June webinars will be recorded and uploaded to YouTube as an ongoing resource for you to view and share. And our goal is to have tonight's video up and available on YouTube by the end of the month, and a link to it will be available on the NAA website. So tonight you will hear from people with aphasia across the country. They submitted short videos sharing how they teach their friends and families about aphasia. We received 14 submissions. It's such a great response that we won't be able to play them all tonight. However, we have left time in our final June 29th event to play all the remaining clips. So we combined all the videos that we received, and I will play that video for you in a moment. It's about 30 minutes long. And then we have a live panel that we will, with 3 experts with aphasia. We invited these individuals because they have a passion for spreading the word about aphasia, and they're experts because, like you, they live with aphasia and have personal experience that they can share and to help the world understand how to best communication with people who often know more than they can say. So the panelists will share some thoughts about the videos and how they relate to what they're personally doing to teach others about aphasia. If you would like to post a question to the panelists as they present, please use the Q&A feature on Zoom. You should see it at the bottom of your Zoom screen. It looks like this. So use that as we go along, and let's get started.
Hi, everybody. Hello. We are the Brooks Rehab Aphasia Center in Jacksonville, Florida.
How do I teach my friends and family about aphasia?
I use my iPad
I have aphasia. I understand what you are saying, but I have difficulty speaking.
I use to recover connection and all generation ID.
I use my ID card to show my family or friends or cop. I have difficulty speaking, and they'll read it and show my ID card so that they can understand me more better.
I'm sorry to my service.
Like to use the magnet, right?
I do use the magnet to show my friends and family that loss of language, not intellect. So I proudly have it on my car, and so say friends and family, it's to get the word out that aphasia helps others.
Here at our Aphasia Center, we like to give tips. What's a good tip, Amber?
Slow down.
What's a tip you have?
Please repeat if I don't understand.
What helps you?
Give me time. They're trying to help, but I need for it to be quiet for a minute.
Meet Malik.
My name is Malik Alani. I had a stroke. Aphasia is hard. It is difficult to listening to other, especially in group. And it is difficult to talk because of time pressure. It is to give educational material and before face-to-face meeting, Zoom, or FaceTime meeting instead of the call, phone, or email. But email is fine. It is short with simple sentences. I put information about aphasia and suggestion for writing email, responding in my signature line in my email, which is writing below in blue. Thank you.
Meet Joe, Rona, Glenn, and Tati.
Again.
How do I teach my friends and family about aphasia? I tell them, do I know what you want to say, but I have trouble speaking. I use gestures, and I ask people to please speak. Speaking, no. I ask people to be patient. Thank you.
I tell everyone about my aphasia through this app on my phone, called Speech Assistant. Although I can say a few words, this app helps me complete sentences. All I have to do is type it out and hit a button. How to tell your family about aphasia.
Good.
Meet Manny.
Mandy. I, teach about, family and friends about aphasia. Aphasia is a loss of words, but not intellect. I will my family about the video tape, books of Asia video, texting, or it's whatever else, website. My phone, it's Star, the video tape. Right here.
I have trouble with words.
Really good people. And here about here's the phone is mostly phone, but it's you can communicate to people. That's it.
Meet friends at Voices of a
How do you teach your family and friends about aphasia?
Yes. Right. You know, yes, I know. Art. Yeah, and I know. The work. Practice. But no.
Tara, do you have a way that you teach your family and friends?
I like good to learn them. This is something that I can say with what word to put it.
So if you want to explain to someone what aphasia is, you can show them this aphasia card.
Yes, it helps a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Voices of aphasia.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And practice.
Yes.
Yes. Practice. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else use their aphasia card to help explain and educate? Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Vicky, who do you give that to?
Please.
I have aphasia. What? I have aphasia.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Joe down. Big time. Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
I just practice.
Mhm.
I speak very slowly. Yes.
Slowly.
Yeah.
Slowly.
And again.
Yeah.
And again.
Yes.
So Tim, you were explaining that Debbie puts on something.
Puts it on, it's on two different occasions,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And it really helped a lot for me.
Yes.
My parents and family and friends.
Right.
There.
Oh, yeah.
That's really what, I'd say, this really So she really did a lot for us. Well, keep going. In sections, about that, we do a lot more,
Yeah.
you know. But I'm saying, do it.
So do you visit on the second day
Yeah.
of the workshop to help new families out?
Me too.
You too, Karen?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have aphasia and use this device to communicate. Please be patient.
Meet Tiffany.
How do I teach my friends and family about aphasia? Aphasia is a language disorder that affects a person like me, the ability to communicate words, loss of ability to understand or express words or sentences because of my stroke. I know in my mind what I'm going to say, but the words just don't come out of my mouth. Aphasia for me is coming along. So I have more mild aphasia. So now I can talk, I can read, I can spell, and I can do math. But people that have it more severely, sometimes they can't talk, but they know what you're saying and they know what they want to say. So I am grateful that aphasia is mild for me. So the words is coming back. So I thank God I am here.
And here's our friends from the Triangle Aphasia
People
Project.
have to tell friends and family what aphasia is, but I think you recently had to tell someone about aphasia when you were talking about going back to work. What did you tell your coworkers?
That I'm not sure about all this.
Like, you have what?
That I think that I wasn't working before, but I had a aphasia now. That one day I might not be able to talk for a minute or two, but I got to slow down a little bit to be able to say, "Hey, this is Jose." Because I talked to a guy yesterday, I didn't know his name though. I was like, I know how he does electrical, and he works with McDonald's, but I couldn't see his name. And then we thought about his name is Jose. And now I can think about that after a day. So for Jose is his name. So
Did you tell Jose what aphasia is?
see, no, that was just talking with me and my friend, which is Dennis, and he was trying to figure me up because I don't know his name, but I knew what it's electrical, McDonald, what we're doing, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, that's Jose. I remember that." So that's I said, "Yeah, that is Jose. That's what we need to do." So that's what it was.
All right.
So.
What, I know you said you sometimes tell people something just to kind of explain what it means in their life. What do you tell people?
I faced my stroke in December. I've had trouble speaking. I know what to say, what I want to say, and I know it's easier when I slow down. Please be patient with me and tell me when I'm going too fast.
And so do you carry this around in your back pocket?
No.
So what do you think
You
you
need
do
to.
to maybe have this with you so more people know what the
I
aphasia
can
means?
carry it in the back.
Oh, you could. Maybe you should fold it up.
I speak, but it's like I'm stuttering, you know, it's slow down. I have a thing with aphasia, but I don't know what it is, but I have a thing for aphasia. Like, you see, I don't know how to speak, but I have trouble speaking. You know? Yeah.
Andrew, what were you gonna say?
So for the Facebook, I decided to have all my friends and family, and I had the new CAF unleaded the whole thing about you guys got you and Steven, no, your name, yours, Justin and Margin, Marge, and two other people, I think two other people. Anyway, they tell us everything that they do. So I put what is aphasia, check it out, and I put the thing that you just said, and now they have that whole thing. And yeah, and some people are like, wow, I didn't know that. And I
Spread the word on social media.
I have friends in Aphasia. Write it down. And yeah, City Island, Bronx, and Brooklyn, and
And if they're not, if they're close by and you want to tell them about aphasia, is there another way you can show them if it's hard for you to say?
stay.
What do you have there? It looks like you, what do you do with that?
Thomas Aquinas, Aphasia.
Meet Andy.
Yeah.
If you were gonna say, how do I teach my friends and my family about aphasia?
Well, I think nobody talked about aphasia at all. Nobody did that, and so now everybody knows. And then if somebody, some of my cousins or something like that, this is the first thing they do. And yeah, oh yeah, there's friends of aphasia, and nobody knows. Well, what is that? This is aphasia, and then I kind of talk to them about that. But everybody now, hey, Andy has aphasia, so everybody does that for me.
Yeah. So after your stroke, how did you kind of talk to your daughters about the aphasia? How did they learn about it?
So after I had aphasia, and I can talk all this stuff, it's just like that. But I still was okay. And then one of my daughters said, hey, this is class, you can talk to people and you can understand about, walking and talking. And it really wasn't anything else, so I didn't want to go. Plus the first time I didn't want to be by myself for a while. And I didn't want to go, but then she goes, no, it's on Zoom, you don't have to go anything. Okay, and so I did it. And obviously we're in Zoom with Fabi. And we went and talked to some, thing. And the first, they did the movies and TV. And the very first thing Fabi said, hey, would you like to read your movie? And I was like, son of a bitch. And I actually think, son of a bitch, I don't know. And then I said, oh, okay, I'm sorry. And then I think I did okay. And then my one daughter's on the same side with me. And I was like, I can't remember the name of it, but it was like that. Just a little bit. Oh, that's really good. Thank you. And it's like, all right.
Okay.
And so, but that's what it was. And then little by little, it's kind of, yeah, I guess it'd be okay. And then it's like more people other than myself. It's like they have difficulty with me and things like that. And so then it was great. And then like on Zoom, I always have the nice cards for them to do that little things. Yeah. I used to always do that. Just to have fun. And then it's just like, come on, let's go. We want to go to in person, because in person, I want to talk to people. I want to one-on-one and everybody's thing.
Yeah, face to face.
Yeah, and so that was the longest time, but then we finally did it. And it's perfect. So now it's just like every day. So back in the day, even before the time when I started to have my stroke and I started doing aphasia and all that stuff, even before that time, I said, you know what? I'm gonna be better, but then I'm gonna be a volunteer and help people out.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I'm like, too much fun. But that's what it is, yeah.
Meet the Speak Aphasia group at Scale.
All right, the question is, how do I teach my family and friends about aphasia?
Well, I have a poster up that says aphasia, loss of language, not intelligence. And I think that that's something that's very important for my family and friends to know, that it is that I can't get my language out, but I have that language that's in my head. And I just have difficulty with my aphasia that I can't translate it from my head to my mouth. And so I have a poster like that I do give to my family and friends so that they can think about that again. Or it might be family or friends that don't even know about aphasia yet. Maybe I'm just having time with them that it's new, like in my doctor's office. And then somebody else, like in my doctor's office, if a new person comes in, they see the sign that's hanging in that office, and it asks them, well, what does that mean? And so then I'm able to explain that to them. So that's the way my life has started.
One of the things I would love to be able to talk about, because what I teach my family and friends is that I have strengths, and I want them to know what those strengths are. I may not be able to understand everything that they are saying, especially new information, but I let them know that I can read it. So my family understands it is something that I need to be able to understand and get in my brain, is that they need to give it to me in writing. And that's what's so important, is understanding what my strengths are. And that's what I teach my family and friends, is that we may have aphasia, but we still have strengths.
Meet Bryn.
My name is Bryn. I have aphasia.
So Bryn, how do you educate your family and friends about aphasia?
A lot of times I have a lot of family, and what they were talking about Jake or John or Michael, but there's a lot of kids and I don't know which, because it always sounds the same. So if they can write it who we're talking about, because I know who it is, but then I don't know because it sounds the same. Same thing with how much money. Oh my gosh, this is so expensive, $300. But I know it's a lot, but it sounds the same. So if you can write it, and just I like to do my friends on Zoom because they can watch me and I can watch them too. And if I can't, what they're talking about, like numbers or who we're talking about, they just on the app, chat, because it's like right there, you can see it right there. So you don't have to go, write it somewhere, but and then sometimes at heart, I'm not good at number or spelling, but I usually kind of get it. But yeah.
I'm going to stop it there. we have several other speakers that you will meet in weeks to come. You'll meet Hayes. I'm going to move it forward a little to show him. That's Hayes. You're going to get to meet Gina. And I'm going to move it forward. You're going to get to meet Lisa. And you're going to get to meet Alan. But I can't play them tonight because we have 3 special panels that I want you to meet. So you will get to see these videos on our last evening in June when we share all the extras that came in that I just couldn't play tonight. I'm going to end with this. And these are the folks that contributed to our evening. See if I can back it up just enough. So I hope that you enjoyed our speakers. And as soon as this finishes, I'm going to introduce you to our panelists for the evening. So I'd like to introduce you. I'll ask our panelists to take their mics, put their mics back on when they're ready to speak. And let's give a wave, if you will. This is Shai Ambar and Genty and Todd Berreth. So welcome. Thank you all so much. Will you please say hello to our guests and share where you're joining us from? Shai?
I live in Haddonfield, New Jersey, South Jersey, close to Philly. Big Eagles fan.
Great. And Todd?
I am from Carrboro, North Carolina.
Welcome. And Genty?
Hello, I'm from Pinehurst, the middle south of North Carolina.
Right.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. I'd like to turn the next 15 minutes over to the 3 of you to share your thoughts about the videos that we all watched and to share about what you're doing to increase aphasia awareness in your family and community. For our guests in the audience, please feel free to use the chat feature or the Q&A in Zoom to type questions to our panelists, and then we'll share them as we go along. Genty, would you like to begin?
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm a little nervous. I started TAP about 6 months ago. I had a stroke last year. I had a couple of strokes from last year. And I had aphasia. I didn't even know that I had aphasia. I just knew that I couldn't to anybody, not to my kids and anybody. Joining TAP has given me confidence, a lot of confidence. To talk to people and not feel confused about how I am speaking to anybody. I tell everybody now that I have aphasia. I tell everybody that I have aphasia and that teach them how to speak to me. little, slow. Um, um, but TAP has, like I said, given me a lot of confidence. I feel like empowered, especially meeting authors that have the same like me. I feel empowered, thinking that I could be stronger in this. I teach my family about how how to teach them how to talk to me. But I also I'm a military family. And most of the reason that I have the stroke is because I went to war, and when I go to the VA, they don't know about anything about aphasia. They don't know how to deal with me. They know how to help me. I hope that I could spread my knowledge to the veterans that are suffering with aphasia. I guess that's good that I have.
Those are great aspirations, and I imagine that you will make a lot of progress in that direction as you go forward. Thank you. Shai, would you like to share?
Well, first of all, the videos are so touching and so inspiring. You know, I tip my hat to you, Aphasians. You know, you really are the true experts, and you know, so many things to offer. You know, from Brooks' iPad to Malik's face-to-face, instead of email, you know, calls. Tati's art, you know, expressing herself through art, which is fantastic, with many visuals and clips, and you know, Tiffany's vast improvement to tap slowing down, and etc. etc. One of them was from scale, and one of the things that Judy Crane said, where is it? We have aphasia, but we still have strength, you know, and it's just so just beautiful. All I can say is, you know, thank you for the toolkit, you know, for us to share and educate.
Great. And so tell us about the work that you're doing to increase awareness through your walk in your journey.
Well, then, so my, the reason I'm here was started from, is writing my book. So it's a, you know, it's a book that I wrote started 7 years ago, until basically because I owed it to myself, and I owed it to my aphasia, and I'll explain. So, you know, the man that I used to be was very successful in, you know, career and family, friends, languages, and I had it all until my stroke happened 11 years ago, and you know, I lost almost everything. I lost my dignity, especially, life for me was pure hell. I basically hated me until I got shown the light, and oddly enough, through my aphasia, because it's aphasia who barged into my life unannounced, and basically begged and commanded me to write and express, and obviously to spread the word, her word, aphasia. So now you might say, wait, Shai, hang on, what is her, she? What are you talking about, Willis? And so Goddess Aphasia, the book is a hybrid of memoir and creative non-fiction that depicts the arduous journey of a stroke survivor diagnosed with aphasia, with a quirky twist, with the personified character of aphasia herself. Of course, Shai, what are you talking about? How did you choose a metaphor of a goddess? And so the reason is, first of all, as a businessman turned aphasia advocate, my sole intention was and is to bring awareness about aphasia so that it becomes more than just a term in a medical textbook. So how do I do that? I want for the world to know the word aphasia, but in a creative way, because not just leaving part of it the medical jargon. So I'm thinking, okay, so aphasia is a Greek word, which means speechless. I love Greek mythology. Zeus, Apollo, Venus, Aphrodite. And I go, wait, Aphrodite is a goddess of love. Athena is a goddess of peace and war. Aphasia is a goddess of lost words. So basically, I embarked on a journey of recovery and discovery through this book, and the only thing I can say is that what's really interesting that our theme tonight is teaching, and it's aphasia who taught me how to love myself despite of my condition.
Thank you, Shai. It's beautiful. And Todd, let's hear your story.
Hi, how's it going? I had a stroke 2.5 years ago. I was sad about it. It was an awful thing to experience for me. I was hurt a little bit, but I was soldiering them on anyways. Meg, my rock, Meg is my wife in my rock, and my kids are great too. And I'm soldiering along with things. So I went back to work 1 year ago in a research capacity. I work at NC State as a assistant professor of art and design. And I have had 2 talks right now. The first talk is Katie Strong, a researcher from Central Michigan with an interest in aphasia and storytelling. And me, I have an interest in storytelling and visual narrative discourses, including some stuff like augmented and virtual reality displays. Other things like, so we did something in 2020 storyground device with Pat Fitzgerald and Oli, not Oli Cherry. The third one is, I'm not sure about that, but it was a great at SIGGRAPH, which is a good thing for me to do. Anyways, but the first thing was Katie Strong and I talked about the story, cut-ups style games, which was a game which was by William Burroughs, like author in the 50s and the 60s. And we talked about it a little bit, and then we at the sorry about that. SIGGRAPH? No, not SIGGRAPH. Durham Convention Center with Aphasia Access. We did it with 10 or 15 aphasia people and 4 or 5 speech pathologists, and we talked about a lot. And then we did some instructions with it, and we did 45 minutes of other stuff. And it's a good experience for us. Anyways, so I think it's good and improving every day for aphasia, but it's hard sometimes to see the light because it's difficult for me. But I don't know about that, but it's improving.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Very inspiring. Thank you, Todd.
Welcome.
I would like the 3 of you to dream big for a minute together.
Okay.
Can you share with one another some ideas that you would like to see happen to increase awareness on a national level in the future? Any thoughts on that?
I think the only thing, if I may say, I think, first of all, to have organizations like NAA and, a lot of people that, can't even mention, but who are so dedicated for us aphasians. I think that, I look at sometimes like it's like a target with circles, like a diagram or something, and you have the close friends, and family, and then who know about aphasia, and then we, and then you have every day the space is wider, and there are many people who don't know of aphasia, and I think that's the biggest challenge for us sometimes is to close those gaps, the best we can. So, I try to reach out with the libraries, but just to get some awareness the best I can to, but I'm local, how do I get national? So again, through those organizations they're giving us a toolkit for us to, hit the road and get the best you can. So I think it is, I can't wait to, just pack my bags and get out there.
Right. Awesome. We might do, I and Katie Strong might do some story games again with, I'm not sure, but I'll see about that. somehow will be fun with something with a story ground, not story ground. Cut up games is a concept that's special to me, and I'll pursue it, I think.
Right, take your expertise and put it with Katie Strong's, and we'll have some.
Go with thanks, exactly
innovative
right.
ideas. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. How about you, Genty? Any ideas for things you'd like to see?
I think that the VA needs to really push aphasia and to you know, promote June as Aphasia Month, and so that not only people who've had stroke, but they're talking with other people that have had stroke, and they need to teach other people about it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's important.
Absolutely. Well, I'd like to thank all of you for sharing your ideas, and thank everyone who's attended this evening. Our Ask the Expert webinar next Thursday on June 8th is going to feature a panel sharing about things to consider with an intensive comprehensive aphasia program, often called an ICAP. One of the panelists is an expert who has aphasia and has completed the program at University of Michigan. So that'll be our next one. But we have several other panelists that are going to be presenting this month. Every week we'll have, after next week, we'll have 3 panelists, just like we had tonight. And these are folks that are doing some remarkable work, and we want everyone to know about it. And this will encourage you, if you have aphasia, to rise up and be a leader as well. And the NAA is here to support you in that. There is still time to, I'm going to share my screen here. We have on June 22nd, real experts are going to answer the question, what preparations or what supports do you use when you go out to communicate with people in the wider community? And there's still time if you would like to submit a video, no more than 4 minutes long, answering the question, what supports do I use to communicate with people in the wider community? If you want more information about that, you can contact me at the email address below, and I will guide you in getting a video to me. If I don't know you, I didn't reach out to you, but we certainly would love to hear from anyone with aphasia across the United States. We want to represent every state and all the work that people with aphasia are doing. So thank you again for attending. We look forward to seeing you every Thursday at the same time, 7 p.m., using the same link that you used to join tonight. Any last words from our panelists?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys are an inspiration to us.
Right.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Brooke, and thank you, Denise, so much.
Yes, thank you guys. We so appreciate you guys being here. You're amazing. Amazing. You guys set a great example for everybody. So thank you.
Bye now.
Bye.